Then this one.
Pump your pussy and shake your ass this summer at Old Navy's. Get 30% off small shorts, shirts, and summer dresses. So shake that figure and make your way down to Old Navy.
That's pretty good, man. Make 307 Reacts great again.
That's
okay,
right.
Cool. We'll just start here. And
Remember when you guys go to vote, make
Yeah.
307 Reacts great again.
There's a reason they give you the option to write in a candidate,
Yes.
right? So, you know.
Yes.
Yeah! 307 Reacts. Matt, Chris, welcome to Tuesday night. It's not Tuesday night for you guys, but it is for us. Did you know that? If you didn't, now you do. On the screen in front of us, we have our great friends from up north, our great Canadian comrades, As the Structure Fails, and their newest song 4 weeks ago now for you guys, Final Mistake. This is their official music video. We have been
slacking.
We were supposed to cover this like the day it came out. And so here we are 4 weeks later. Sorry about this, boys. We really apologize. We're not doing it on purpose. We just forgot, out of sight, out of mind, and there's been no stopping. There literally has not been stopping. So
this whole, like, from before Thanksgiving all the way till Christmas is just going to be, this is like we're coming in at the end of the year and we're like, oh shit, we're about to hit the wall. We got the brakes slammed and the truck ain't stopping. Okay?
Someone cut the brakes,
It's
man.
just-
Someone cut the brakes, and we're going full force at it. So
like, got no choice.
hopefully, basically, the way I look at it, anyways, personally, is like, it's wintertime right now. What else are we going to be doing? It's like we might as well be sweating it out in the studio where it's warm and we can get a lot of shit done while the weather's shitty outside. It's terrible outside, every day. It's freezing cold. The wind blows. It sucks to be out there. So might as well just grind it out in here as much as we can, and then maybe next spring we'll get a break.
Yeah.
So with that, like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you head over to As a Structure Fails page as well. They are, after all, an independent artist, and they would appreciate your help.
And their Instagram. If you guys want a good time, God, their Instagram is hilarious.
And to be honest, they are, as far as I'm concerned, as far as a band that's worth following, like, talk about interaction. These guys will show up on videos that don't have anything to do with them, of ours, and they'll be like, you guys are so great. What's up, guys? And it's like, that's the kind of shit we're looking for out here. So that's why we keep them around. That's why they're still on the screen, and that's why they've solidified themselves on our channel, man. They're just great people.
I tell you right now, 5 out of 5. Let's go.
I already know. I already know. I heard like 20 seconds in the teaser the other day, and I'm like, yup. It's all technical and thrashy and corn cob and daycare metal and what were the toddler core and sleep metal. We got it all. So if you guys don't know what we're talking about, you need to head over to their page and subscribe and start watching. With that, let's get our video up and let's go. Damn.
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
Before we get in, let's put this into perspective, okay? Supposedly, now, this is the most recent number I've heard. I don't know whether it's accurate or not, but around 2,200 soldiers have died in combat in Iraq during that deal.
2,300?
2,200.
2,200 died in Iraq?
Around, yeah. Died in Iraq, actually in combat.
Damn, hadn't that been going on for like 2 decades now or something like that?
Oh, yeah, until Biden pulled out and
that's
that
right.
was a
That's
shit
right. Yeah,
show.
that's okay.
But,
yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
2,200, which is a lot. It is wild to me that more than double
3
come
times
back home.
Yeah.
Like, man, that's rough.
Come back home and then do that shit. Like, that's crazy.
Wow.
I didn't know that this was going to be like a tribute thing. That's well, like, damn, way to throw the eye opener in our face right at the beginning. Like, oh shit, okay. So, and it looks like this song's dedicated to military and things like that. So let's go. This is going to be great, man.
I feel so empty. On the ground, there's no sound for the silence can sound me. Confront me with my
Dude.
A broken picture of my afterlife. All my fears became my fate. All those tears turned into pain.
Wow.
Wow, dude.
Heavy.
When everything dropped out at the beginning, right before everyone came in, and it was just the guitar playing that genty off note. Well, I don't know what that shit is, but when he was doing that thing, I for whatever reason in my head I was like, cool, they'll do this little thing, and then they're gonna come into a different note for the resolve, and then that's how they'll start the song. No, the note just stayed the same, and he just came in with the top with brutal vocals, and the whole thing just stays in this tense kind of like darker setting style for music, like I expected it to kind of like come out and resolve a little bit, and it was just like, nah, man, this is gonna be heavy, and whoa,
and that speaks volumes to just their songwriting ability, right? I've found that the couple songs with my old band that we wrote, the ones that I actually sat down and mapped out, okay, here's the story of the song. Now, as I go through the story, how do I get the guitar to make you feel that emotion during that part of the story? What does the bass need to be doing? How are the drums going to hit to help build that emotion? And this is all before the lyrics. And then once the lyrics come in, then everything kind of moves together. And Final Mistake, like, it has to be one of those things like, if you're losing that battle, find help. Okay, because that it'll be your final mistake, and it's not something that anybody should ever have to go through. Anybody should ever. I mean, God, dude, the way I've seen families torn apart because dad couldn't tough it out, and he was no longer with them. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's just God. It's the hole you leave is bigger than what you think, but this speaks to what that person is feeling inside. It's very tense, and it just doesn't really let up, and then it feels like it's going to resolve, and then it just
doesn't, and it's still there, and it still looms over you this whole time. You still have these the dark days, man. Like I don't know. I've never seen combat, but I know I've talked to people who have, and I've seen enough movies to know that like would absolutely, like, that's not stuff you forget. Like that is absolutely shit that you carry around with you for the rest of your life, like, especially being in a situation like a Saving Private Ryan situation. Good Lord, watching all your buddies like get their limbs blown off on the beach, and then like having to go over and help drag them through, like guys on the beach collecting his own intestines and shit. And it's like, dude, I absolutely understand how it can affect you when you come back, man. Like maybe it kind of speaks towards making that decision to go in the first place. Now, I'm not trying to tell anybody like if you're considering joining the army, don't do it. I'm just saying, like,
know what you're getting into.
Boom, right there. Like, just know that, like, you're gonna see some shit. Like, it's gonna be 100% life changing.
Once again, like we've said about being a police officer, being in the military, or first responder. It ain't a job for me,
dude. I
kudos to those people who can do it.
Boom! I commend the guys that are out there doing it, because I could never do that shit. The only way you'll get me to do it is if it's forced on me, basically on the threat of going to prison. And it's like, here, you either take this AR-15 or you take the prison bars. And it's like,
dude, I'm taking the prison bars every. Are you kidding me, dude?
I don't know,
3
man.
square meals a day inside on a bed, like. You're telling me I can go
no.
Fight,
See, this is
I can sit in a room.
Yeah,
like,
well, that's fine. You have to go to prison, but you got to go to Arizona. Does that change your mind at all? You got to watch 60 Days In, bro. You got to start watching some penitentiary shows, because some of these places are fucked, man.
I got a personality. I think I can make it.
All right, next contestant for 60 Days In, right here. I got him. So if anybody knows the producers for CSI Miami,
how much does that pay?
Enough.
Enough?
I don't know. It might not pay you anything, but it's going to pay us greatly. So get your ass on TV. Let's go, dude. All right, let's keep going. Sorry, boys. Let's keep going. What is...
I wish I never
Wow.
Quick interjection. I just want to go back and hear the polyrhythms from the drummer. So he's doing this thing where he's da 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 da, right? And then if you listen to it, about 2 measures after he starts doing this thing, he starts throwing the snare into different places. But everything else stays on 4, and that's called a polyrhythm. It's one rhythm working against another rhythm in 2 different signatures. So his snare drum's doing like a triplet, ba ba da da da. And everything else going 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, and so like it makes this weird rhythmicness that sounds wrong, but it works on every level. It's so good. It's so good. So let's listen to that really quick because it's right here. After their little right there. It's so good. Are you guys in 5/8 right now? Stop, or I'm coming up there. Okay.
Okay. Don't make me come up there.
Don't make me drive my '91 Toyota over the border. Okay, I'll do it.
Oh God, dude! They think you're a drug dealer.
It would
stop you right
immediately. They'd be like,
They're
"Yeah,
like,
we're gonna pull you into inspections."
Clapped out '90s with Wyoming blades. Yeah. Okay.
What the hell are you doing up here? Oh, I'm up here to see a brutal metal band.
Yeah.
They're like, "Oh, we're gonna pull you into secondary.
Yeah.
Let's get you."
Here's the thing. I don't listen to metal as much as what I used to, and so my screaming ears are not as sharp as they used to be. But there was a line in there that I believe I heard correctly, and it said, "My tears turned into hate." Man, like it's crazy because if you think about, okay, well, hate for what? And it's a self-hate because there's so many, and I've seen it with, a couple buddies of mine that have been in the military and stuff. They have these days that they're just off, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm a Marine, man. Like I can't be crying. I'm a Marine. Pull my shit together, and then it just kind of turns into this. They have this overwhelming thing that just builds up and builds up.
You gotta be a man. There's no room for tears.
Yeah.
Don't be a pussy. Be a man.
Yeah, and then when the tears come, it turns into self-hate.
Yeah, of course.
Self-hate leads to all this other shit.
And right before they're going into the chorus, before we were talking about, he says it's my last mistake or my final mistake, and we were talking about right before that, I'm not saying don't go into the military, just be aware of what you're getting into. And I don't know the context surrounding that, but it makes sense that it's like, that was my final mistake because look what happened. I came back and now I've got all this crazy psychological damage to deal with and all this post-traumatic stress syndrome going on. And like, I can't be a regular part of society anymore. And, I helped fight for my country and probably saved a bunch of lives in the process, but at what cost? Kind of at the cost of your own life. So it's like not necessarily a mistake, but if you don't know what you're getting into, you can, I would assume, very easily become overwhelmed with everything that's going on in there. I had a buddy that almost didn't make it through boot camp because apparently boot camp is like 10 times harder than the first few stages of getting into the military. I mean, they kick your ass on purpose to make sure that you can handle. Yeah. If they got to throw you on the front lines, man, I got to make sure you can fucking handle a weapon.
And here's the crazy thing, right? There's people that die at boot camp.
I mean, from some of the shit that he was telling me, it was in Biloxi, Mississippi, I think is where he did his boot camp training. And he said that on some of the days when it's like 103 degrees out and it's, 70% humidity because you're in Mississippi, he's like, dude, they make you run 2 miles and like they do not fucking let up. It's like, go fucking go. And then the second you're done with that, you're on to the next thing. And like, there's no room for a break. Yeah. And you're being yelled at and berated the whole time. And it's a conditioning thing. They're supposed to be doing that kind of stuff, right?
And watching the Navy SEALs and stuff, I mean, the SEAL. So first off, you're in the Navy, okay? And then if you apply to be a SEAL, Then you get to go to a whole new boot camp.
A whole
type
nother
thing.
boot camp.
And God, dude, watching some of those things, they have like a helicopter that simulates it crashing into the ocean, and so they have you strapped into this thing.
And
well, it's sitting over a pool, and it'll just spin. And
it's like a gyro over a pool. And
yeah,
they just
it's
kind
a
of
gyro, and then they just
they
drop
drop
you.
your ass.
And
Jesus Christ, dude.
If I remember correctly, I think you're blindfolded, and you have to unbuckle yourself, find which way is up, find your respirator, put it on, and like do all this crazy shit. And like they say, on average, 3 people drown a year trying to pass
it makes
that
sense.
test.
I've heard.
It's crazy.
I've heard another Navy SEALs test that they do is like they make you like go underwater and use a straw, like just a little plastic straw as a snorkel, and make you breathe through that thing for like 4 minutes underwater or something like that, where just the tip of the straw is out above the water, which in retrospect, you're like, well, that you're just breathing through a straw. And it's like, have you ever tried to breathe solely through a straw, just holding one? Like, it is a very small passage for air to get through. So like you lose oxygen really fast when you're just trying to do that. So it's like a breath training, you know, holding your breath kind of thing. And like just one example of something that I've even heard of. I don't know what else they do in there, but that apparently it's crazy ass shit, like crashing
just
helicopters over
wild
pools
shit.
and stuff.
Yeah.
NASA does the same thing. They put you in a gyro and send you off on a control panel where all the wires are going crazy and shit, and you got to fucking connect all that shit while you're spinning through the air and stuff.
It like 7 G's of force.
Yeah, they do.
Your
they
face
do,
is like peeling off.
Yeah, man.
It's
So
like,
whether you're being an astronaut, a Navy SEAL,
God.
like doing like you're gonna get put through some rigorous training, and it has an effect on your psyche for sure. And if you let it go too far, and then you don't seek treatment for that or whatever, and then you get into more mentally, physical, whatever damaging shit, then it compounds on itself, and before you know it, you're lost, man. I don't know. I speak over here like I'm some sort of therapist or professional. I'm not. I've just heard of a lot of experiences and, you know, I've done a lot of reading on my own, and there's a reason I never joined the military. It's just not for me, dude. But again,
I mean, I definitely want to play with their toys.
I
but, like,
would love to play with some of them Humvees, man. Let's go with some of them armored vehicles, bro.
the Humvees, whatever.
I just want to.
I want to drive a tank.
Any of the anything armored, military grade armored. Let's go. I just want to try it. I just want to see what the difference is. You know, they're insanely powerful and crazy. So.
Now, what a lot of military guys will tell you, when it says military grade, it might as well say Dollar General.
Because it ain't that.
Yeah. Like if you buy military grade ammo, it's the bottom of the barrel, cheapest shit the government could find.
Well, because they had to make
Like-
30 trillion gazillion of it, right, for the military for it. So they just bought the cheapest parts and fucking threw it all.
Well,
I don't know, you guys. I don't know.
So there's a whole movie on how that works, and you should watch it. It's really good.
What's it called?
Uh,
Someone tell us. What's it called if you know?
I forget what it's called. It's got Jonah Hill in it.
Okay.
Is it Jonah Hill? Yeah.
Jonah Hill's
I
the
think
dude,
it's Jonah
the
Hill.
fat guy that gets skinny, then gets fat,
Yeah.
and then gets skinny again. Yeah.
Yeah.
Depending on what role he's
Yeah.
playing, yeah.
Really good movie.
Okay.
Anyway,
Sorry about the derailment there. We got things to talk about.
Yeah,
This is a great thought-provoking song, a conversation-provoking song. So let's go back 5 and let's go. Don't.
they're gonna do it.
They're gonna do it, aren't they?
They're gonna do it.
Where's
Hold
the,
on.
Where's the bell?
Hold on to something.
Come on.
It's too late to turn back.
Oh!
Wow.
I dismissed a brush from above.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now they're in 6-8. Damn, dude, that's great. And look at this. They have a whole website. They're doing the whole
Raising funds.
the advocacy thing. That's what I was going for. And their logo, I think we talked about that. I don't know if they did that in honor of the Stranger Things phenomenon that was going on, but that's very Stranger Things of them.
Yes, I love it.
And it's great. Yeah, that dude, I don't understand. First of all, you guys were in 5.8, I'm pretty sure, at one point. Maybe it was 5.6, maybe it's 5.4. I don't know. It's one of those things at the beginning of the sheet music, the numbers stacked on top of each other, but I'm pretty sure there are 5 beats in it.
Yeah, I never look at those. I ain't good at math.
I always, I had to because I was a drummer, but they never really made sense to me because 4/4 and 4/8, as far as a drummer is concerned, there's
Same
no
shit.
difference because the drummer's still going to be counting 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, and so instead of just going 1, 2, 3, 4, which 4/4 and then 4/8 just has separated beats in the middle essentially. I think so. I don't know. I'm a drummer. I took a little bit of music theory and learned some piano in college in 2012. So yeah, a lot of that's escaped me. But how do they get their guitars so chuddy?
Really good.
How do you
editing
guys
and
do that?
modulation,
God
bro.
damn. I don't know what you guys
Dude,
are
this
using.
thing itches like a motherfucker.
I've been noticing that. Yeah. Hey,
fine.
that's
Anyway.
gonna happen, bro. Especially after you
It's gonna
scrape it
happen.
up against a bunch of shit.
Yeah, I hit it. It was bleeding today, so you know.
You guys, as the structure fails, hi.
Yes.
You guys are fucking incredible, and we got to figure out how to meet each other. We got to do it. We have to
Yeah.
figure it out. I need to shake y'all's hands. I need to watch you guys on stage.
Yes.
I need that in my life, man.
Yes.
It's got to be just the most brutal display of Canadian metal.
Dude, if we could get them to headline and have Remember Me When, and then to open up the show, our boys from Stubborn Will.
Dude.
Like, dope show.
Man, I don't know what the scene is like. I know Glenn Fricker
sorry.
lives up in Ontario. I don't know if you guys know Glenn Fricker. If you do, let me know. He works Spectre Sound Studios or whatever. He does the YouTube channel thing as well. But I don't know. He said the metal scene up in Ontario is pretty good. He says
Yeah.
that. So I don't know what it's like up there. But man,
Yeah.
I feel like you guys are at the top of the game.
Yeah.
Even if there is a metal scene, that's crazy shit. What even is that, you guys?
Yeah.
How do you produce that? Who is your producer? I have so many questions. This is why we need to shake hands, because I have so many things to ask you guys. We need to sit down and have a Canadian beer and shake hands. And then I can be like, okay, here's a notepad. Write down everything you know, and then we'll go from there.
Yeah, just go from there.
No, you guys are seriously
My
amazing.
God.
Mad respect.
Yeah.
You guys are incredibly talented musicians. I dig the advocacy thing for the veterans and stuff. That's very honorable and totally appreciated. And that's it. 5 out of 5, you guys.
Yeah, 5
Insane.
out of 5. And I know we have veterans watching, and I'll tell you this, okay? I don't know all the resources for you guys to find help.
I really
know,
don't, yeah.
I know the VA's a joke, okay? I know that for sure.
Yeah.
My uncle works for him. He'll tell you it's a fucking joke.
Even the guys working there are like,
they're
"Yeah,
like, dude,
I
this
don't
place
wanna do
fucking
this."
sucks.
Yeah.
Okay, but like get the help that you need. And I'll tell you this, okay? Pappy D if you guys see his reaction videos around, hit him up on Instagram. He's a veteran. He's been dealing with mental stuff. He has, he knows the resources. He's the guy to hit up and be like, "Hey, man, I got this going on. Who do I reach out to?" He would be the guy to know.
And he's also nice enough that if you ask
He
him
is.
something like that, he will immediately respond to
Yeah.
you. Like he's very attentive, and especially
He
with
is.
something like that he's involved in as well. He's
And
really-
I know we also have other veterans that are down in the comments. I think of Christina.
Oh, yeah,
she's
yeah.
a veteran, and she probably knows a lot of those things too that could help you out. And hey, they kind of failed me over here, but I found this other private option that's
for sure.
affordable or whatever.
For sure, veterans who know, speak up in the comments
Yeah.
because you guys are the resources. There
Yeah.
are people out there that are fighting these battles that don't want to make it public. So if
and
you sharing these resources, you can find those people.
Yeah,
You know what I
and
mean?
here's the thing: to be real, there's a lot of resources that are out there that are founded by people who know nothing about what you're going through.
Oh yeah, dude.
And so for to find another veteran who has won their battles, and not to say that you ever, there are things that happen in our lives that will never change, right? There's always going to be some anxiety or depression or whatever the deal is. That's just part of the human
My
condition.
world is anxiety, dude, all day, every day. I never come out of that state. It's always anxious about something.
But there are, I think, resources available to veterans by veterans that I think that's what makes sense to me,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
If I walk in to record a song in a studio, I would hope that the studio engineer knows how to play at least 3 instruments.
You don't want to walk into a
what I
studio
mean?
and have a police officer who's been on the force for 20 years
Yeah.
sitting down behind the mixer going, all right, you ready to do this?
Yeah,
Because you're like, well, do you know what you're doing?
He's like, yeah, you just hit record. Like, you
Yeah,
know.
you just press this button. A
It's-
guy told me, and then he walked out of here.
So don't be afraid to reach out to your brothers in arms and ask them, hey, man.
Absolutely.
Like, I'm going through this thing. Because you guys are all in it together.
And that's the whole thing right there. Like, they're not going to make fun of you. And that's why I say the veterans who have the resources, leave your info in the comments, because those people that are leaving the comments and have the resources are not going to make fun of you, are not going to berate you for coming to them with your issues, because they've lived it. They might be living it, you know, like they're in it. So
I tell you what, my issues are small, but, you know, I always hit up Pappy D, man. Pappy D's my guy. Sometimes I hit up Carly, but, you know, it's just one of the, it's okay, Just, like, let a brother know.
Yeah.
And go from there.
And hell, like we're, you know, like I said, I'm no therapist. I'm no like great philosopher or anything like that. But if you got a random point to make, or you got something to say, or something you need to get off your chest or something, I have a Facebook Messenger, and so you know, and all of our tags and stuff are down in there in the description, so you can reach out to us as well. Chris is very active on his Instagram and is very good about replying to messages over there. So we're here too.
Yeah.
Can't say we're going to give you the best resources in the world, but we can always tell you a joke and maybe help your day out. You know what I mean? Like, we can at least help you get through the day. So,
yeah.
And if you're a little better today than you were yesterday, then you're
That's
being
improvement.
successful. Yeah, baby. Let's go.
Let's go. Little bit of JP.
Yeah. 5 out of 5 for our
yeah.
boys in As a Structure Fails. They are incredible. They are never not going to
Yeah.
get a 5 out of 5 for me as far as I'm concerned. We went so far as to do a sleep reaction to their sleep core video. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. It's worth it because we slept through the whole thing. Not even kidding.
It was
It's a
good.
real thing. Chris spent
was so
hours
good. I
on
know.
that edit.
Dude, it took me 3.5 hours to edit that.
Hours on that edit.
Like, what was that, a 20-minute video?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God, dude.
So anyways, go check that out. Give them a like and a subscribe, and keep an eye out for more stuff because it's definitely going to be on the channel in the
Yes.
future.
Yes.
Get us out of here.
If you guys like this video as much as we did, be sure to leave a thumbs up, smash that subscribe button, click the bell, become part of the notification gang.
I can't do it.
And with
Sorry,
that,
guys.
We'll see you next time.